50-50 mix. White Scotch Brite. This is the second soaker coat. First one went in pretty well. Heat it up with a torch using warm water. And here we go. So on pieces with sinks, depending on how the concrete's actually taking the sealer, a lot of times I just work on one side of the sink and then prime the other side after. Usually the second soaker, for me at least, I find stays wet a little bit longer and easier, so you can go to the other side. Just working it in, looking for even darkening on the whole surface. And I'm just working her on in, say, moderate pressure. And one thing I always do if I'm gonna divide a piece up separately from doing it as one full soaker, I'll soak one end first, and then the second time around I start at the other end, so just in case there's any overlap, stop lines, especially like around the sink. Last time I stopped here, so now we're stopping here. And I could probably do this whole sink as one piece, but for the purpose of the video, gonna stick on this half. That's one of the great things I find about the ICT, is you can do parts of a piece and not have to worry about a wet edge line, a dark start stop line. It always, for me, I find blends together perfectly fine, even if you were to leave that just to dry. So once we get it working in here, just keep on working it. And so with this soaker, I definitely could have done the other half of the sink. The first soaker was soaking up really quick and getting sticky a little bit quicker. This one's staying open a tad bit longer. I just keep working it, working it, working it. So based off of my video, we've been doing this for 3.5 minutes. And it's starting to, you can see how getting less and less material on the surface. There's not much in here, which is why I use a Scotch Brite opposed to a microfiber to apply, because it keeps the product on the surface opposed to into the pad. So once you can see the difference, now almost no foam, which means I need to start taking this off. So then I use this clean, lightly damped microfiber, squeeze it out, and then I'm just gonna essentially even out what I've got left on here to leave a nice, even, thin film. There's basically nothing on it. It all got soaked in, which is the point. So I will rinse and repeat. Do the other side. You can see how thin that's left on. Do the other side, then we'll do the finish coats. All right. Finish coats, easy enough. White microfiber, slightly damp. Straight CT, strained, Just torched the second primer coat. Relatively warm, not hot, just warm. So we'll just, I call it lawnmower technique. You just go forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards through the whole piece, and then it'll hit the sink last. Just thin, thin, thin. You don't need to go back and touch what you've already touched. So I'll just spray a little bit on the pad, make sure your sprayer works if you've used it before. And I'm just wiping it on. I'll spray it in front and kind of come grab the sealer I just put on and work it in. And that's it. That's why I love it. Super easy. For the sinks, I usually spray directly on the pad and I don't spray inside of it. You don't have to worry too much about getting hard lines from where your applicator rubs. So I try to keep this top line around the perimeters on the inside of the sink so you don't see a possible silhouette of sealer around it. We're just rubbing it in nice and thin. That's it. We'll let that flash for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. Chase the vapors with a torch, keep it warm. It's 85 in Georgia today. So I'm not really battling the cold weather, but it still helps to flash it, keep everything nice and warm. That way concrete's open, soaks in the sealer. And another beautiful thing about the ICT is when the pollen falls, it's not like a topical where you're trapping it in. I just wipe it off really quick before each application because the pollen's coming in here like crazy. But super easy. Don't have to worry about much anything with it. It's pretty much stupid proof once you get the hang of it. Yeah, I love it. But we'll carry on. I'll get some close-ups.